In this video, we look at the Tiger King documentary and where those who appeared on the show are today.
Keep rolling, keep rolling. Now this is the kind of movies we're gonna make here.
Barely months after its release, Tiger King became one of the most streamed Netflix shows in the world.
You watch porn? He says, yeah. I said, well, do you enjoy the guy with the little one?
For those who have seen the series, this news won't come as a surprise. Released on March 20, 2020, the show follows the life of zookeeper Joe Exotic and other big cat conservationists such as Carole Baskin, owner of the Big Cat Rescue. It's been almost a year since the show ended, and many fans have been dying to know what the cast members have been up to. Before we go further, quickly hit the subscribe button, like the video, and turn on post notifications so you never miss any updates from us. Now, without any other delay, here is the cast of Tiger King Then and Now. John Reinke. If there was one guy in the show that supported Joe Exotic, it was John Reinke.
They're all half out there, man. They're crazy.
John, on many occasions, stated that Joe was not the bad guy everyone was making him out to be, even after working closely with him. After the show concluded, John Reinke had a sort of a decline, and hence not too much is known about him now. One thing we do know is that he is no longer with his wife. They separated after 30 years of marriage, and he now works in car repairs. Rick Kirkham. For those of you who don't know who Rick Kirkham is, he was a producer for Joe Exotic. Just like John Reinke, not much is known about Rick Kirkham. After the show, he decided to pack his bags and head to Norway, where he is now some sort of local celebrity. During the Tiger King reunion show, he stated that most Norwegians are now a big fan of the show, and they shout Tiger King at him wherever he goes to shop. He also said he had fallen in love with a Norwegian girl and married her. As for documentary production, Rick hasn't given up on that. It is speculated that he is working on a new documentary that involves a man with an exciting double life. John Finley. John Finley's life after the Tiger King ended can only be described as a scale-up.
Hey, don't show my secrets now.
After the show, John had time to get all his teeth done, and he is now working as a welder. He also has a daughter and a wife named Stormy. He and his wife ran a page called The Truth About John Finley after the show. The page was to keep fans up to date with their personal lives and to answer any questions they had. The couple still finds time to update the page if they have any important news to share with their fans. Kelsey, Saffrey. During the entire show, Joe Exotic had a lot of employees that were working for him. One of them was Kelsey Saffrey.
So my hand was still a functioning hand at the time, just really bandaged up and in a lot of pain.
He was one of his employees that was interviewed from the zoo. It was not until the show ended that news broke out about Saff being misgendered throughout the entire Tiger King show. After the show ended, Saff took time off to rest and enjoy his time with his family. His Instagram is full of videos of him having fun with his wife and kids, exploring lakes and taking pictures by the sea. He now even has time to learn other skills, as he was seen doing a one-handed cartwheel in one of his Instagram videos. Way to go, Saff. Joshua Dial. When I mentioned earlier that a lot of people worked for Joe Exotic, I mean a lot. Another one of his many employees was Joshua Dial.
I was Joe's campaign manager for about a year and a half. It was the worst experience of my life.
Joshua was a campaign manager for Joe Exotic when he wanted to run for office with the Libertarians. After the show, Joshua has time to focus on other things. According to his Instagram, he now grows tomatoes and goes to raves. He also offers personalized shout-out videos on Cameo, where he charges $40.19 to say anything you want in the video. He was also part of the minor cast members that were part of a tour called Uncaged, the untold stories from the cast of Tiger King. Dylan Passage. This video wouldn't be complete without talking about Joe Exotic's husband, Dylan Passage.
Yeah, cool.
You ready, Joe?
I'm ready.
Hi.
Now we gotta go.
Dylan was sticking to him even while he was still doing his prison sentence. Irrespective of what you might have heard, the two lovebirds are still very much together. Dylan shares a lot of information about his husband and how he is faring. He recently even announced that Joe Exotic's arrest would feature in the second season of the show. He went further to reveal that he has been filming new episodes that are yet to be released by Netflix. Carole Baskin. If there was one person who was considered the arch enemy of Joe Exotic, it would be Carole Baskin.
Hard enough to only use their very closest circle of people that they've got good dirt on that they would use to dispose of a body.
After the show ended, she blasted Netflix, saying they didn't care about the truth and that the unsavory lies they told were better for viewers. Months after the show ended, Carole continues to run Big Cat Rescue. She's also been granted total control over the Oklahoma Zoo, which used to belong to Joe Exotic. In addition to her other works, Carole now makes personalized videos for fans on Cameo. For each video she makes, she earns $303. Joe Exotic. Finally, in today's video, we have the man himself, Joe Exotic. For now, the 57-year-old is still in prison.
You don't want to take it out. Your whole audience will say, "Oh my God, that guy has a mullet."
He was sentenced to 22 years in federal prison over the murder-for-hire plot of Carole Baskin. He was initially held at Grady County Jail in Oklahoma, but he was since moved to the Federal Medical Center in Fort Worth. He also recently lost his beloved zoo to Carole Baskin, but not without fighting. He accused Carole of stealing the zoo while the whole world was distracted by the pandemic. His supporters were pleading with Donald Trump to free Joe Exotic. On many occasions, Joe has tried to get himself out of prison. However, most of the pleas have fallen on deaf ears. Jeff Lowe. Jeff Lowe was one of Joe Exotic's friends who happened to finish up taking his zoo from him. Since then, Carole Baskin has been granted the zoo by the courts. Lowe claimed that he didn't want the zoo anyway and was surprisingly happy with the ruling. He stated, "In all honesty, and people probably won't believe me, but Baskin deserves his property. She beat Joe. He didn't defend himself and she's entitled to the judgment. We didn't defend this suit because we knew, 1, the law would be on her side, and 2, it wasn't worth us defending this property because we didn't want it." Lowe and his wife are expected to be part of a spin-off reality show where it's believed that they're going to share a lot more information the show failed to. Due to the current world circumstances, no date for the show has been confirmed. And there you have it, Tiger King then and now. With that, we have come to the end of today's video. Let us know what you thought of the documentary, and do you think Joe Exotic will get out of jail before his sentence ends? Make sure you like the video and share it with your friends. Until the next one, stay healthy and safe, guys. Bye.